Hey everybody, this is Jaime.Phillips with the Johnson Group by EXP. Today here in beautiful Wilmington Island. Let me put this away. By the way, you all know what this is, right? I'm making a point with this little guy, all right? So today I want to talk to something that happened to me recently in one of my closings, and I think it's worth sharing with all of you. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody. I just want to share things here that might help all of us later on in whatever real estate transactions that we all do. Okay, so I'm going to start this with a disclaimer. First of all, I am not a lawyer. I don't claim to be one, and by no means I'm giving you any legal advice. All I'm doing is just sharing an experience and telling you a better way to do things. That's all it is. Okay, so today, 2 days ago at a closing, we had a lot of issue trying to close on this house. I was representing the seller, and obviously another agent was representing the buyer. So house goes under contract. We get the inspection done, and of course, and if you're not familiar with real estate transactions, after you go under contract on a house, you are responsible to get an inspection done on the house just to see if something major is wrong with the house. And then after that, that party will write what is called an amendment to address concerns, better known as an ATAC, and that's where the buyer is requesting certain or all repairs done to the house for them to agree to finally buy the house. Okay, now just because the inspector says that there's some things to be repaired, by no means it means that the seller is going to agree to fix all 10 of them. This is the part where negotiations start, and everything can be negotiated until both parties are happy with the deal, right? So it's very important when we all write these things, to be specific on what it says. If you use ambiguity in certain expressions or terms, it can leave open for interpretation, and you don't want that in a contract. So I'm going to use this one in particular. When everybody buys a used home, the first thing that they want is the house clean, and everybody requests a professionally clean home or a deep cleaning service or something along those lines, right? So if you just write that in that contract, and that's what you ask, 10 out of 10, that's what you're gonna get. We're gonna go ahead and hire a professional cleaning service. They're gonna come over and clean the entire house, okay? And that's pretty common industry standard thing. Now, let's talk about carpets. I'm gonna use this as an example. That does not include shampooing the carpets, okay? It means that the carpets will be vacuumed, pretty much. It's just a cleaning service. If you come up with things like that, now it's a whole different service. It's a professional service that dedicates themselves to do carpeting, right? So if that's what you want, that's what you need to write in the contract, what you need to write on your amendments, okay? So I want the carpets professionally cleaned by whatever service, okay? But you cannot make assumptions just because you use a general comment, a general text, and expect everybody to read what you had in mind. That's the reason why we make contracts, so these things don't happen. So we have a lot of issues on this, and then you have to be careful with that, okay? So when you're talking to your agent, and after you do the inspection and all that stuff, and you look something that you want, that you must have, that has to be reflected in the comment. You cannot just later on come back and say, hey, it is implied that a deep cleaning is shampooing the carpets, because it's not. You didn't put it in the contract. And then what you're gonna hear on the background, again, and I don't mean to be rude, I'm just trying to drive a point, you're gonna hear this guy. We don't wanna hear that guy, right? Okay, so that's all I have for today. Just make sure that you be specific on the things that you want done. With that said, you all have a great day. God bless you. Bye.